Hi everyone, before I start my assignment, I'd like to say a few things about myself so you can get to know me better. My name is Rene Hernandez, but I like to go by my middle name, which is Anthony. I'm in my second year at James Brown Community College, and I'm 19 years old. A few of my hobbies are playing video games online, driving around in my car, and playing soccer. I was really into soccer when I was in high school, but now that I'm in a community college that doesn't have that many sports, especially soccer, I've kind of laid back off of it and I don't play as much as I used to. Onto my assignment, I picked pet peeves because I know everyone has pet peeves, but one of my biggest pet peeves was children screaming and making scenes in public places and parents not doing anything about it. For example, when I go to the grocery stores and I see kids asking for something and their parents not doing it because either they don't afford it or they don't think their kids needs it, and I see how their kids make a scene in public and start screaming and jumping, and people all around them are looking at them and probably talking about them, and their parents don't do anything about it. They just kind of ignore the fact that their kids are being loud in public. And I feel like as a parent, you should control your own kid, and you have the right to tell them, quiet down and don't be as loud because we're in public. But they don't do that, so that kind of gets on my nerves a little bit. Another example that kind of relates to my pet peeves is when kids act too hyper in a public place. For example, when you're in a waiting room, like let's say at a dentist or probably in a hospital or something, and you're trying to be quiet because you're waiting on your appointment, and kids are just walking around and running around and making noise and screaming. I feel like parents should control their kids and make them sit beside them because this is a quiet place. It's not meant for kids to walk around and do all the things they want to do. So I kind of get mad when I see parents not controlling their kids, especially in public places like that where it's supposed to be quiet. Another example would be when kids mess with me in specific because I love kids, but I don't like it when they get too comfortable around me, especially when I don't know them and they start like touching me or hitting me or pulling my hair or trying to see what I'm doing on my phone. I feel like they're kind of invading my space and I feel uncomfortable. And I know that the parents are seeing me feel uncomfortable and they're not saying anything to their kids. I feel like as a parent, you should tell your kid, like, lay off of him and because you don't know him. So I kind of don't like when kids get comfortable around me and start messing with me and their parents just look at them and think it's okay. I feel like they should be more responsible for their kids and tell them what to do. My friends think that this is my biggest pet peeve because when I was a kid, my mom was really strict with me. My dad wasn't as strict, but my mom, every time I went out with her, I knew that if I didn't act the way I was supposed to, then I was going to get it at home. And I think that that's how it should be because I never remembered myself making a scene in public or crying because I didn't get anything. I always knew that if my mom said no, then that was her final answer. And if I did try to do a scene, then she would control it at home. So I knew better than to make a scene in public. So hopefully, when I have my kids, I can be as strict as my mom was with me, and I won't let them do whatever they want, like my pet peeve says. Well, okay, guys, thank you for your time.